Welcome back to the last set of the round of 16, at least for me to cast. Of course, it wasn't the last to happen. You can see the draft here. Byzantines, Aztecs, Burmese and Malay were banned. We're going to see Italians, Turks and Slavs for Melkor. And chosen fan number 1, obviously Viper. Indians, Spanish and Ethiopians. Should be interesting. Let's see what the games are going to be. And we have Viper and Ethiopians here playing against Melkor Turks. Melkor and Fëanor, actually quite funny to see. If I'm saying Fëanor during the casting, you know why, because I'm just gonna get confused here. But it's Melkor playing against the Viper. And we have Mark and Blacksmith coming up from Viper here with a map that seems quite decent. The main gold on the side here, but on the far side, away from Melkor's base. He's got 1, 2 relics quite close to his base, second stone outside. This gold possibly belongs to Melkor here, because I think that's Viper's third gold. Forward, but inside, actually Viper can wall this off safely, which is good for him. Main stone safe in the back, and that second gold also relatively safe in the back. Could be attacked later on, but it's alright, I guess. Viper on the way to Castle Age. Melkor is up to Feudal Age, with the Turks going for a stable here, as we used to see from him. He likes to go with Castle Age army. Got the main stone safe in the back. The second stone and that second gold pretty safe. Only needs to wall one piece as well, just like Viper has done, and this will be all safe. He's got a third gold really far forward. He's got 1 really close to space, 3 deer outside, maybe 4, I don't know if he lured one in. And this relic in the neutral zone, or no, it's closer to Viper actually. There's relic number 4 and 5 here. There we go. Viper is up to Castle Age. Carter coming in, I guess that's what the viewers want to see. Melkor has a few scouts out now. Viper doesn't have military units yet. Going for a monastery, is going to try and get a few relics, and expected a TC on that second gold, and the wood line makes sense. I guess another TC going to come up either on the main stone or maybe on the right hand side, or is it going to be on the wood line just? It's possible. Oh, the village is stuck a little bit, but I guess Viper's fixing it right now. Minor fights happening. Melkor even doing the light cav upgrade, so Viper won't have an easy time to get the relics in. But I guess with Ethiopians, with that free pikemen and halberd upgrade, plus the bonus resources to advance to the next round, should give Viper a pretty decent boom, and he might even be able to take a relic or two, because right now, I guess if he walked to that relic, he could have grabbed it. And like this is going back, Melkor trying to protect all the relics, recover them with the light cav. Viper now with 30C on the main stone actually coming up. No space for farming towards the edge of the map. Not sure about the TC then, but it's alright, I guess. As for Melkor, he is going for the 3 TCs as well. 1 on the wood line, not so far away from main stone. Another TC on the wood line. Main gold with the mining camp, but no TC there. I think it's alright. A lot of farms up to be able to afford those light cav, and now Melkor is starting to go for the monks and start to pick up the relics. Viper with 3 monks now should be able to convert at least 1 or 2 of those light cav. He's trying that right now, but Melkor is splitting, and 1 light cav converted for 3 monks. This is not a good fight for Viper. Melkor with a good job, and he makes sure that Viper cannot pick up this relic. So Melkor right now with the relic advantage, or he should have it. He's got 1 relic already, a second coming in, and he should be able to grab more. Now he's losing a monk to Viper's light cav, so converted 1. And Viper, that's the big thing, is not far ahead when it comes to villagers. Wheelbarrow coming from Melkor only now though. Viper doing a siege workshop, so he should have actually the better economy with more farms up early on, university coming up, and the resources. Look at this. He's already thinking about Imperial Age. While Melkor needs more food, he spent a lot on those light cav, going with a forward siege workshop and sending more monks to pick those relics up. 1 mangonel coming out. I think Viper can probably see this monk. Maybe he could, maybe he couldn't, I don't know. Mangonel just standing in the corner to wait for any upcoming units. And Melkor by now has grabbed 3 plus 1 relic coming in. Can you see the last relic? Viper can see it actually in the open field. Melkor can see it too, so we'll be able to go there. Actually a knight even out for Melkor, maybe against spears, something like that. 1 mangonel moving forward. And Viper, are you paying attention, or is Melkor going to get 1 free shot, 1 for nothing here? Viper though on the way to Imperial Age, and I guess Arbalest is what Viper is going to do here, going to produce and build. And Turks really don't have a good answer to massed Arbalest, I guess. Don't get on it, just sea trams are available, but what are you going to do then? Hussars possibly against halberdiers, that's not too good either. Viper doing the gate behind that piece of wall that is halfway down, and 1 mangonel to actually try and return the favor, but he lost another mangonel here. Melkor with a good game for now. Crossbowman and Padded Archer armor on the way for Viper. Imperial Age coming up soon. He's got enough stone for a castle. The question is where to put it, I guess, to protect the main gold somehow. It's not coming up yet. Crossbowman is done. Arbalest on the way immediately. Are we going to see Bracer and Chemistry? No, doesn't have the resources for that. Melkor, in the meantime, good of his gold, still needs a little bit more food, and he's investing into knights right now, which is a little bit surprising to me because those Arbalest will be able to take down knights as long as they don't have the +2 defense upgrade, and that's not coming in yet. Melkor instead going up to Imperial Age. Nice shot with the Mangonels, but Viper dodging them, and he's got more range, so he should be able to out-micro those Mangonels without too much trouble. Castle coming up forward from Melkor. It's up to protect their third gold and to actually take it now. The Knights moving in, but that was almost friendly fire here. And now the Arbalest taking care of those Mangonels, taking them down. The Knights getting 1 or 2 villages maybe. They should attack the Arbalest now. Melkor saw it in time. No, he didn't. He was going back. And now Viper putting up his castle, opposing to Melkor's castle and also going up the Arbalest. So Viper now in the score lead. He's 20 villages behind actually, but he's got more military units out. And now the question for me is, what is Melkor going to do against the Arbalest? Looks like a few more stables, possibly Cavalier coming up, a castle on the right hand side. Not sure what that is doing, to be honest. Maybe protecting the main gold, but then I guess I would have put more to the back here. And Viper just standing there with the Arbalest, and Melkor needs to wait for Imperial Age and possibly bombered cannons to be able to deal with those Arbalest. Viper going with the trebuchet immediately and also going out to take the second stone. Is he going for anything else right now? I don't see it. Squires coming in, so I guess Halberdiers coming up soon with Squires and Thumbring now for the Arbalest as well. He should be fine for now. Melkor 20 military units, Viper 26. Melkor still ahead in villagers, but not so far. Did the mining camp just go down? Not sure if that was maybe a mistake here. Maybe Melkor just wanted the villagers to go forward to the castle. Now, 1 trebuchet and a bombard cannon actually hitting that castle for Melkor is repairing with 4 or 5 villagers here. The knights still staying behind, +4 defense is done and bloodlines is done. But no Cavalier upgrade coming in yet. Not sure why, I guess he could go for that. He's got the resources. Got enough stone for another castle. Cavalier upgrade actually happening now. And more stables coming up. Hussar production starting as well. Viper still with the Arbalest, not taking any damage with them because he's trying to micro them in the castle. In the meantime, he's going down. Melkor needs to go back now because Viper is going to move forward. Bombard cannons, nice shots actually, but there are so many Arbalists on the field. Those knights will have a hard time to approach here. Melkor is going to wait for the Cavalier upgrade to finish. I'm pretty sure that he is going to try and engage after that. Viper still does not have Halberdiers close, but I guess barracks coming up now. Yes, that's a good idea. And actually, a few Halberdiers in the field. There is the Light Cav and the Hussars and the Cavalier moving in now. Bombard cannons may go down, but Viper trying to micro the bombard cannon still. A lot of Arbalest actually dying here. Melkor with a good fight. He just cannot afford to run into those Halberdiers. That's why he needs to go back now, not before finishing those bombard cannons off. And suddenly, both players with really low military units. Viper, good amount of food and gold in the bank. Melkor actually low on food. He's investing into Cavalier. And he needs something else other than the Cavalier to be able to fight this, because against the helps you can't really do a lot. Captain and Scale Armor coming in from Viper. He's going with forward barracks. Still got a trebuchet alive. And that's 4 plus 5 barracks in total. A siege workshop coming up. Melkor, what are you going to do? Are we going to see hand cannoneers or maybe Janistris? Bombard cannons probably yes, but need something against the helps here, and usually you want to go some gunpowder units against helps, because Hussars and Cavalier alone won't do the trick. Fletching coming in now from Melkor, I guess, for the castles, and he's trying to save the relics, put them in the safe spot. Actually here in the back he's got all 5 relics, which is very good for Turks to have a lot of gold, but he needs to invest that gold into something other than the Cavalier. He's still producing Hussars. I don't see any archer ranges coming up, which is surprising to me. Of course, with hand cannoneers and Cavalier or Hussars, he should be fine actually, or should have better chances. Siege ram on the way from the Viper. Really important to see that he's going for more siege units to try and take down buildings, go into Melkor space. Double house wall coming up behind the walls here. Interesting to see. Bracer on the way now in ballistics. Bracer, I guess, still for the castles, but Viper is moving forward with the trebuchet to hit that castle on the right hand side, covering the third gold obviously, and those Halberdiers are going to be able to do a lot of damage on those Hussars. Melkor not looking bad, but Viper is the one who is pushing with map control with 132 villagers, fully boomed and happily without getting any raiding done here, but not getting raided either. And instead Viper is just concentrating in the middle. Melkor trying to defend as good as he can. The question is, can he actually beat the Viper here in this game? We know how good Viper is, and now the siege ram is moving forward. Now you need those Cavalier. Actually, Cav Archer might be a decent option for the Turks here. Forgot about that. Heavy Cav Archer on the way. And that means, what's the Turks? Cav Archer is like 100 HP, something like that. I don't really remember. But I think that's what they get with that that unique tag. Problem for Melkor is he's losing the castle, he's losing more buildings on the outside, the siege rams moving forward and bombard cannons are not going to cut the trick. Now we have 16 military units only for Melkor. It took too long for him to actually switch into something other than the Hussars and Cavalier, and now he's going to have a hard time to get his army numbers up. Going with the castle to protect the second gold, but this is not walled, which is surprising to me. I guess Viper is just going to go for the next castle here. Is going the way he intended to, which is take down everything apparently. Sipahi, that's the tech I was talking about. Didn't know the name, but those heavy cav archers should have 100 HP soon, and I think with those cav archers that might actually be an interesting fight here. Heavy cav archers and hussars should be able to take down halberdiers, elite skirmishers and arbalest. The problem still are those siege rams, and Viper got a good amount of siege rams right now, hitting more castles, bombard cannons in the back. Ethiopian's actually a very nice civilization when it comes to Imperial Age, as you can see right now. Ring Archer armor coming in, and Melkor 39 military units. Viper still got a few more, but he needs to take down these halberdiers before the hussars are actually approaching the arbalest. And that's the big problem here. Walls going down, obviously. Viper is gathering his siege rams, still taking down a few buildings. On this side, he's taking Deer now, because why not? Castle coming up, siege workshop coming up, and Melkor can feel the pressure now. Viper is moving forward with all he has. Siege rams approaching yet again. There's one trebuchet remaining, and Viper with a good economy, as we said before. Chain barding armor coming in. Melkor is in trouble. I don't see an easy way for him to come back here, because he needs more military units and he's low on almost everything except for wood. Doesn't have the space really to go for more farms here in the back, because Viper is conquering his base now, and I feel it's a matter of minutes that Viper is going to win this game. Ethiopians against the Turks, post-Imperial Age, Ethiopians will be better obviously, or they should be. Like this, Melkor is putting up a good fight, but I guess it's not going to be enough. This castle on the right hand side also going down, the gold is mined out, and that means Melkor only got the relics, a little bit of food. Now that army of heavy cav archers is actually looking decent at this point, and Melkor still got 142 villagers, so it's nowhere close to calling GG, because you don't call GG at 170 pop. But Melkor is actually population capped on 155. He's losing houses here, and those houses are actually making sure that Melkor cannot produce army for a long time. He's trying to get more houses up. Those Hussars taking down one siege ram, but going down now. Viper got his own Hussars now out, and he is starting to raid the wood lines now, which is not going to hurt Melkor so much at first, but later on it's going to be difficult, because the farms will be idle, will be abandoned. And look at this, big raiding coming up now. Viper is fully controlling the map here, controlling all the entrances to Melkor's base, and Melkor losing more and more army. Blast furnace coming in for him, bombard cannon on the field, heavy cav archers, fully upgraded actually, but Viper is sending more and more, sending elite skirmishers, he's sending halberdiers, hussars, arbalists, siege rams, trebuchets, bombard cannons. It's just amazing. He's got all the units that you can go for pretty much, and he is overwhelming Melkor inside his own base. Melkor not looking good at this point, dropping to 100, a little bit over 100 villagers. That means only 150 population. And when you look at the map, this is just terrible for Melkor, because his base is getting attacked everywhere now. Big fight happening in the middle. Heavy cav archers trying to fight. Elite skirmishers in the middle of that fight. They're not standing too good there, but halberdiers are doing the damage. And those arbalists actually getting still microed by Viper, I think, at least from time to time. Siege rams moving forward again. Bombard cannons hitting any buildings they can find. And Melkor now with 41 military units, more than Viper actually. Viper doing Onager now. Ethiopians do get siege onagers as far as I remember, is that correct? Don't even get that upgrade, that torsion engines or something like that. I'm really not sure about it, maybe I'm confused with another civilization. But Viper, of course, it's going to take his time, it's not going to be impatient. Siege engineers coming in, and hussars flooding in from everywhere. Now Melkor actually trying to break free here. He needs, yeah, he's got the two bombard cannons to take down the castle. Not a bad fight on this side. Viper right now is not attacking. He's got the onagers up, he's got still arbalest on the field, and I guess he still has a decent amount of gold. No, not really. All the gold's probably mined out. Viper no relics, so he needs to sell resources to get gold in. But he should be fine with all the trash units he has on the field. Onagers getting taken down by the hussars. Nice dodging a shot here with the heavy cav archers, Melkor, but he needs to go back now because that onager is not getting down. 13 HP left, and again Viper is moving in with more and more military units. Now he's producing a lot of them, and Melkor 6k4 wood in the bank, a little bit of gold of course coming in, but almost no food. He's spending all of that on hussars, and he he is still trying to keep Viper out of his base. Viper now going with the Hussars again to raid the wood lines, which makes sense. Also on the bottom here there's 2 Hussars, and villager numbers now for Melkor dropping below 100. We're on 87 only, with 30 idle villagers as well, so he's not gonna go get a lot of units in, a lot of resources in, and Viper just using the trash he has. Now those heavy cav archers are still strong, but Viper is winning this game because Melkor calling GG right now. He held on to the game as long as he could, but in the end Viper would just take the game with a lot of raiding coming up here, and like this, Viper taking the first Ethiopians in Imperial Age. Too strong obviously. Let's go to game number 2. Or maybe it's just Viper who's too strong, I don't know. Let's see, Spanish Indians or Italian Slavs against Italian Slavs. What do we have? Viper is Spanish against Melkor Italians, and Viper is actually going up to Feudal Age. The stable coming up now. What is this? He's not going for a tower rush here, and Melkor is actually not putting a palisade here. Is he going for the villagers? No, he's just producing scouts here. What is Viper doing? I don't know that build order, that's new to me. Viper got the main gold, safe in the back, but on the edge of the map, which is not too nice. Extra berries actually in the back, a little space, nothing in it. Third gold outside on the right hand side, second stone. Actually could open the walls and just take this without any problems. One really close to his base. We have then the main stone forward on the side and that second gold on the side as well. Viper opened this to get the deer in, but he can easily house wall this if he needs to. Wheelbarrow coming up from Viper as well. Did he confuse the map, or what's the plan here for Viper? I don't know. Now Melkor is up to Feudal Age as well, going to the market. He's got a second stone safe in the back here. Third gold quite far outside. And then we have the second gold forward and the main gold forward as well as the main stone. So Melkor's map really not too good. Don't know, but I guess he didn't call a restart here. Actually, ooh, look at this. Walling the scout in. Small highlight of the palisade gate coming up. Of course, this gate is weak, only 400 HP. Cardo coming in from Melkor, Castle Age on the way for him, and Viper now going with the market. Melkor's map, yeah, difficult. 3 deer outside, which apparently he didn't take. 1 relic, 2 relics close to his base. Viper got 2 relics close, and this one probably technically in the open map, but closer to Viper. A little bit of a scout fight happening. Who's going to win this? Actually, Viper. Yeah, makes sense. And Castle Age gonna be done soon. What is Melkor going to do here? Castle Age coming from Viper now as well. 15-11 click time. What's the plan? He's on stone now with 5, 6, 7 villagers coming up. He's got a barracks up and a stable to have some map control. And actually Melkor's saying, okay, let's do some spearmen, let's go for Siege Workshop. Spanish against Italians, we've seen that, or I've seen that between Rubenstock and CL, I think. But that game went completely different. And now Monastery coming up here from Melkor is going aggressive. Viper is going to be able to get up a castle, and Bloodlines coming in from him. So maybe he's going to go with all-in Conquistadors here and maybe a few monks. I don't really know what Viper is planning to do here. Mangonel is out, and that first scout went down. I guess the village is still surviving. He has 10 HP left. Viper doing Boson now, and up to Castle Age. Rested Castle going behind the main stone. Mangonel coming forward. That's why Viper didn't go more forward, I guess. Monastery coming up next, and that Palisade Gate is going down fast, but Melkor doesn't really have the units to raid, and now the castle is up, so losing this Palisade Gate is really not a big problem for the Viper here. Scorpion even on the field. This wolf will go down. Okay, why not? And Melkor also doing a TC on the woodline here, safe in the back. I guess that's 2 TCs for now. He's got 1 relic inside. What is Viper planning to do now? I want to see this. Are you going for Conquistadors? Yes, 75 HP with Bloodlines, which is good for him. And I guess you need a few monks as well. There's the first monk from Viper coming out. Does he have a lot of gold? He's got 6 villagers on the main gold. That's not too much, so he won't go for too many monks and Conquistadors. But 3 Conquistadors coming out to micro against, to get microed against the Spearmen, maybe even against the Scorpions. The monks should be able to get a few conversions in, but villager might be dying. 6 HP left. Repairing the Mangonel, but Mangonel is going down, the villager is going down, and those Scorpions are actually not doing that much damage to the Bloodlines Conquistadors. Only the monks will do good. Now Viper going from left hand side with more Conquistadors. He lost 1 to conversion. He's gonna lose probably 2 more, 1 more, 2 more maybe. Melkor got 2 Conquistadors right now. The scout trying to take down the Scorpion here, but Melkor losing all the monks here, and as long as they don't have a big mass of monks, the Conquistadors are actually quite strong. Now there is 1 monk left, and Viper is actually attacking the main gold. Makes sense, this 1 monk should start and convert one of the Conquistadors. Yeah, Viper has to go back now. But Viper suddenly with a little bit of map control, going with the blacksmith outside because he's got a villager there. Another Conquistador being converted. This is interesting. Not sure what Viper's plan is here. Does he want to out-micro Melkor with Conquistadors against monks? Really not sure. Siege Workshop now coming up from Viper, so he's returning the favor. He's going to try and go aggressive here. Still Conquistador production, a good amount of farms up around the main TC. Second TC actually up on that wood line. Can fit a few farms around if he needs it. And Viper now going forward, the Conquistadors, only to run into more monks that are standing inside Melkor's base now. This outside monastery cannot really be used by Melkor, I guess. And actually he's producing a monk from that, but it's the 2 monasteries inside. Barracks obviously is up, and Melkor now saying, I need to go get a castle to protect my main gold. A nice micro for the Viper, but one Conquistador getting converted again. Viper got the numbers, that's the big thing here. The monks are not enough here, only 3 of them. That's not gonna be enough. And the castle coming up in front of the main stone to protect that. Viper is sending a ram now, and though that castle could actually be attacked, or the villages could be attacked by the Conquistadors. Is Viper going to go there? Yes, he's attacking villages on the second gold. He's attacking the builders of the castle, but he's going back now. He does not want to lose Conquistadors unnecessarily. And now with the castle up, Genoese crossbowmen actually coming in. How good are those against Conquistadors? I don't know. Is there their attack bonus applying here? Viper doing handcart with archer armor is 21 villages behind, but is going with the forward castle. Melkor clicking up to Imp. This is really important to see. Italians a little bit cheaper, of course, but Viper, ooh, he opened the walls. He's going with the Conquistadors, and he's going to find a very open base from Melkor. A few quick walls coming out. It's not enough. Those houses will not get finished, and I guess the 2 villages may actually die here. So Viper doing a hell of a lot of damage right now. I guess Melkor needs to go for the Conquerors, but he's gonna get raided. He has to abandon all these farms. He let Viper in, and that's a big mistake here. Conquistadors just so strong at raiding. 2 TCs here in the back gonna protect a lot of villages, but the Conquistadors cannot really get attacked right now because no Conquerors available yet, and those few Genoese crossbowmen are just too slow. Not enough attack, I guess, and there's just too many Conquistadors inside Melkor's base. Now Melkor, what do we have here? The castle from Viper is up, so Melkor will actually take this down soon, provided it can go for trebuchets, but it still has to deal with those Conquistadors. Now there is 2-3 barracks up in total, Conqueror protection starting immediately. Melkor also has enough stone for another castle, which he probably should put in the front to protect the main gold. He also needs to get the relics back again. And now the Conquistadors are going to face Conquerors, but that's not enough. There's still 7 Conquistadors, and Viper's microing like the pro that he is, like the top expert he is actually, and he's doing so much damage here. Viper almost up to Imperial Age, and Melkor really low on resources because investing a lot into condos and now trebuchets. Sorry for that. Viper repairing the castle and still doing the damage. Look at this. Melkor, he's got 15 more villages, but he is losing more and more. He's losing army, he's losing villages, and the Conquistadors still taking good fights. And obviously the Conquerors should be fine, and right now Viper needs to run far. Now the Conquerors should actually be able to take this. Viper is getting attacked with the trebuchet, counter trap is up, and I think Melkor is just waiting for this trebuchet to be able to get repaired. The Conquistadors still running through Melkor's base. This is just crazy. Almost being able to, no, taking down yet another villager. Look at this, 1 more Conquistador remaining. Finally they're going down. Melkor is getting the relics into the monastery, but Viper in the score lead by a lot. Look at that KD, this is just crazy. He killed so many more units, and Viper therefore with good resources. Cavalier coming in, scale barding arbor, and Conquerors shouldn't stand a chance against the Cavalier. And now Viper with 3 trebuchets is maybe going to lose 1. No, not even that. He should repair that. He had repaired the castle. Melkor losing the castle now. Viper has not enough stone to get another castle up, but he knows, Melkor knows this is over because Conquistadors and now the Knights, soon to be Cavalier, moving in. Now that castle on the right hand side really not doing a lot here, and Melkor probably got raided too much. Viper with an amazing game here, going up to feudal age early, maybe like a faked feudal rush, something like that. And in the end, Conquistadors very strong here, being microed by Viper. So let's go into game number 3. Melkor with a good fight here, but not good enough in this game number 2. Now this is a match game for Viper, Indians against Slavs. You can see that here right now. Let's go into the game. Feudal Age coming up for Viper. Actually, Slavs against Indians for Melkor. I feel like he should be the favorite here. Viper going with the stable, Blacksmith coming up. I'm not sure about Indians on Arena, but I guess players like the Indians bonus, but the cheaper villagers too much, and possibly the Imperial Camels. Let's see what Viper is going to play here. Stable coming up, that means he's gonna go and try to get some map control in. No backbase for Viper. The main goal somewhat forwardish, but not too far forward. Main stone forward and second stone forward outside. One really quite close to space, the second really close to space. Second gold inside, but on that left-hand side, close to the walls, and the third gold outside on the same side here. One relic technically in the neutral zone, I guess. And now we have Melkor with Slavs, main stone for him forward. One really close, 4 deer, which he didn't lure in. A little bit disappointed to see that. I think he should have gone for them. Second gold and, no, third gold and second stone on the right-hand side outside. We have the main gold and safe in the back, second gold safe in the back, extra gold safe in the back. And I think Melkor scouted that. Yes, good job for him. Is there another extra gold somewhere on the map, or is there one missing because of the missing back base? That's a possibility, of course. I guess there is not that I can see. Viper is up to Castle Age, going with the monastery immediately. One TC probably coming up, yes, on the wood line here. And is it going with scouts, light cav, or yes, camels on the field actually, makes sense. So Viper is saying, let's go against those scouts that are coming up, or maybe even light cav. Let's use the fact that my camels are really strong, and ooh, even going in. I'm not sure if that was Viper's plan here. Attacking palisades here. Melkor does not have loom, so that villager could actually die fast. And more walls coming up to protect the town center that's coming up here. Look at this, very quick walls. The problem is no loom, and no loom means villagers going down even to camels. That's -1 villager here. TC is up, main goal is getting walled in, and Viper doing damage with 1 camel, which is just ridiculous. Now the monk moving in to try and convert also Spearman up, but Viper like this, getting map control, getting him with another camel here actually. Not sure, but yeah, another villager, no loom. Melkor, what are you doing? Why aren't you going for loom? You should have the gold for that. No, yes, there's a lot of gold, but he's not going to loom here. Oh my god, what is this? Did he just forget about that? I guess he did. Now the monk even going down. Look at this, the camel taking on the monk. And finally getting suicided before it actually gets converted. That other camel got converted here. But Melkor's attempt to mini boom and take map control stopped immediately. 3 TCs up and running. But Viper with the map control here, and he's starting to get the relics in. The camel's still up. And now Melkor trying to get that relic safe. Why did he go back? Oh my god, the monk is going to die. And now the gates, no, it's closing. Viper losing a camel to the conversion here, but Melkor should go for the why don't you going for the relic? Oh my god, Viper picking up that relic. Now the camel is going out, trying to attack that monk, but it gets suicided before this is actually happening. And now Melkor might still be able to get that relic in, at least one of them. It would be good. Villager wise, Viper is 2 villages ahead. Of course, the cheaper villagers is easier for him. And Viper just showing how good Castle Age camelers are when your opponent is going for scouts, trying to take map control. Another monk going down. Melkor lost a lot already, 12 against 7 KD, 412 for Melkor. This is not looking too good for him. And Viper doing handcart already with 3 TCs up and running. A good amount of farms up already, a good amount of gold. And look at this, he's going to be able to click up to Imperial Age very soon. University coming up to have the 2 Castle Age buildings, a few more houses. And Melkor housed on 70. This should not have happened. There's 3 unfinished houses. And Melkor getting more farms up. Wheelbarrow only now coming in. Viper did so much damage. I think Melkor might have been nervous or something, because that's how he acted. No loom. Imagine that. That's you go loom when you're attacked inside your base. Pikemen now coming in, but Viper clicked up to Imperial Age, and that advantage, I think he should be able to fight the Slavs, which are probably better in post-Imperial Age on Arena. Not sure about it, but Archer Range is coming up. Now, do Indians still get the Arbalest, or is it going to be hand cannoneers? Viper with a lot of food and gold. This looks like hand cannons and possibly more camels, actually. The Archer armor on the way. Market coming up for Viper just in case, I guess. You want to get a market sometime in the game. That means Carter should come in next. The pikemen are moving out to try and attack those few camels and the monk, but Melkor can see the archer ranges and can't really do a lot against them. Now Viper almost up to Imperial Age with Castle coming up in front of his base into the walls, and Melkor probably not even too close. No, it's not far away from clicking up. He just needs to have a TC with the click up. Does he have the buildings? He's going with the university now. No, he didn't even have the buildings, and that's something we're not used to see from a 2K, what's that, 2K2, 2K3 plus player, but it's happening. And Imperial Age coming up now, Siege Workshop in the middle. Siege Workshop's also coming up for the Viper. 2 months of chemistry on the way. We're going to see a lot of hand cannoneers here, and those pikemen will die so fast to hand cannons, we all know that. The trebuchet is up. Actually, the pikes should move towards the trebuchet, maybe even inside the ram. A lot of pikes up. 25 against only 3 military units. Viper still not producing it. No, it started hand cannon production now. going with bombard cannons as well. A few camels coming in, but against pikemen, the camels are really not cost effective. And now the hand cannoneers are out, no other units around. The camels should probably attack the hand cannon immediately. And now the pikemen are actually dying pretty fast. They follow Viper into his base, or at least around the castle. And suddenly only 60 military units left. The rams have to go back. Viper rebuilding that archery range, going with another one here. The Imperial Age soon to be done by Melkor, but Viper taking map control here with maybe not even a stronger economy, but he had more villages working for longer. And now Capram not coming up. What is Melkor's plan here? What are you going to do? Halberdier coming in against the camels, I guess, but you're facing hand cannoneers, so helps maybe not the best choice here. What else can you do? Good infantry sieve, but against hand cannons, I don't know. I guess helps and siege rams is a really strong combination, but you need something like hussars maybe, and you need skirmishers to be able to fight this. And while the captain is done, Viper is going with more bombard cannons, nice attack round. Siege ram coming from Melkor, very important to see this upgrade. I think that's probably the best chance he has right now. Siege workshop coming up on the right hand side, and Melkor not even taking the extra golds here. Just a lot of villagers on the main road, only one mining camp. It looks a little bit ugly here, but he's busy in the front here. Now Viper destroying more buildings. Those barracks going down as fast as they got up with 4 bombard cannons, and Viper 23 military units. Melkor got more, but he needs to try and get a good fighting position, and that's only happening with siege rams, with the halberdiers inside. And I'd love to see this attacks. Let's see how Viper is going to react here, using the bombard cannons to attack siege rams. Now that trebuchet is going down. Viper didn't bothering to pack it, but he is going to go and micro those hand grenades for as long as he can. First trying to take down the siege rams, and look at this, 4 bombard cannons can actually almost one-shot siege rams, and Melkor knows this is going to be very difficult. Viper had a free boon champion coming in from him already, because and Melkor, I guess, could see the 200 swordsmen approaching and saying, okay, I'm not going to catch up here. Calling GG, sadly only a 3-gamer, but Viper showing his dominance also on Arena, which belongs to the random maps, don't forget about that. But showing how good he actually is, and it feels like it's not really important what the Viper is going to get here. As long as he's feeling comfortable, he can win the games. Hope you enjoyed the last round of 16 casting here. I'm going to continue with the winners brackets and losers brackets with the quarterfinals, and see you there. See you in the next games then. GG.